Good morning, co banker George, Realty, and hope you had a nice weekend. Somehow we had a little bit of a problem with all logging into the to the meeting. So I hope some of the agents are able to log in now. So, but anyway, so nice to see you this morning. It's a very nice weather in Alhambra. The weather is going to be a little bit cooler today. The weekend was hot, but it's going to be cooler. So that will make it a little easier for us to go and door knocking. I have some question from the agents asking me how the housing market is like, in residential and commercial. The residential, the prices are still very stubbornly high. Average, actually, the average house in California, I mean, in Monterey Park is 1.08 million. In other words, it's over $1 million for average house in Monterey Park. So the price is so ridiculous. But the commercial price, is coming down a little bit. We used to have a 4.5 cap for the apartments and commercial real estate, and now we're seeing 6.0 cap, 6.1 cap, 6.2 caps. And as a matter of fact, we just had a commercial deal at 6.2 caps last week, and it was in escrow now. So I think the price for the commercial are coming down a little bit, so that's encouraging. And actually, one of our agent, Nick Borelli's listing, he has a listing in Pasadena. It's a commercial real estate, having the office depot as a anchor tenant, and recently it's just a price reduction of $1 million. So that
Wow.
that could be a good piece of property to you can present it to your buyers. So it's a very nice property near the lake, in Pasadena. Lake Avenue in Pasadena, I should say, and a very, very very valuable piece of property. It can be developed into a mixed use, and now they have right now currently it has a Office Depot as an anchor tenant. So if you want, I can send you the information. But anyway. Uh, Commercial real estate is cooling down a little. I'm not cooling down, but the price is coming down a little bit. So that's an encouraging sign. Anyway, with that, I would like to call the affiliates, and I have to remind that Maria will be our affiliate spotlight today, and she will tell us about home protection. So with that, I would like to call Sandy Franco. Sandy, how are you today?
I am fabulous. Good morning,
Nice to
Coldwell
see
Banker
you.
George. Happy Monday. Um, one of your trio for your First American team here. Whatever you need, we are here for you. Farming materials. Get your farm set with Angie. Let Brandon and I know what you need for your farming stuff. We'll get it to you, to your office, to your home, whatever works for you. I'll put my info into chat. Stay cool and have a great week.
All right, great. Sandy, thank you very much. Short and sweet. Okay, very good. Brendan, you're next.
All right, the second Eagles flying in here. Uh, Thanks, Peter. And just like I mentioned before, and like Sandy said, tons of great stuff that we can provide to you and to provide to your clients. And the one that I've been talking about since it's top of mind is the Earthquake app. That's that My Shake app. It literally woke me up at 5 this morning, blaring, telling me earthquake is going on. And so that's a great thing to just provide to your clients. It's something that is top of mind right now since we've had a couple earthquakes, and it's something that has those really good checklists built within the app that you can use. So take a look at that. If you have any questions on any of that, I'm available. And I guess we're in Q4. Can we believe that?
Mhm.
Or for the year. October. So I hope everyone has a fantastic week, and we're here for you to help you kick butt in the end of the year.
Very good, Brendan. So you're worrying about the earthquake that you think we have a big one coming soon? Don't scare me.
I'm not going to scare you, but there's the idea. There's a Caltech professor I heard from that said either these earthquakes are releasing pressure or they're building pressure. They don't know. So,
but it's happening more frequently now, though, you know?
Yeah, and I
think that's a concern.
That's releasing pressure. So let's go with that one. Positive, right?
Yeah, well, at least releasing pressure is better than compressing pressure, right? Okay, very good. All right, let's go to the third leg of the First American, Angie Tang.
Thank you, Peter. Yes, the third eagle has landed, so we've got the trio in effect.
Yeah.
So one of the things that Sandy brought up was marketing and farming. So there is a class, and the more knowledge you know, the better you are equipped to get those listings, is a class that we're hosting. It's a webinar. The good thing is it's a webinar. It's a national event. It's going to be our 1031 speaker. He is... he's going to be speaking on Tuesday, October the 22nd at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And he's going to be talking about title and escrow essentials, mastering 1031 exchanges with baby boomers. So if you're not marketing to baby boomers, this is a really, really good segment to market to. And if you want to learn about the 1031, how you can position yourself to get those listings with the baby boomers, this would be a very, very optimal decision to join and reserve your spot today. It is a 1 hour Q&A. And he'll be talking about different itemized, let me see, some of the items that he's going to be talking about is learn how the timing process for baby boomers, you know, they have the highest equity and free and clear properties, and to get a better understanding of why baby boomers with investment properties are considering 1031 exchanges and how to navigate difficult questions in the title and escrow process. There's a whole bunch of things. So it's a very, very great informative talk on 1031. The speaker is a senior vice president of the 1031 exchange company. And there's also going to be investor sales of marketing from First American Title. Her name is Shelly. That's going to be also on there. So really informative webinar. If you guys did not get the link, let me know. I can send you the link. It is RSVP only and for all of our clients. Thank you so much.
Great. Yeah, I didn't get the link. Can you resend it? And I can e-blast to all the agents. Yeah, that would be a very, valuable seminar.
Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you very
Welcome.
much. All right, and Nancy from Lois Title. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning, Peter. Good morning, CB George family. Yeah, like everybody else is saying, you know, you got to have activities to create business. So action, activities, and then you get some results. And I think right now everybody's kind of like wondering what's going on. And one of my suggestion is, I mean, don't worry about the market. Just keep working. If you're worried about the market, we can't control it anyway. You know, this is the way it is. You just keep doing the right thing. And I was told by somebody yesterday, and we were talking about doing business. He said he calls 25 people a day. So if every realtor called 25 of their contact every day, you're going to get something. Talk about real estate. Talk about the rate, talk about what's going on, but you know, don't talk about politics. It's just something that I think everybody should be doing, is picking up the phone. And that's what we used to do, Peter. We go into office, they don't have any cell phone, they pick up the landline, they call. So if you need any help, give me a call. We will give you the support that you deserve. Nancy Chan, 41 years in the business. I feel really old, 41 years. Well, I'm still working hard, like Peter. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, 37 years with lawyers.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, I'm still here. So let's work together. If you need help, I have a lot of experience I can share with you. I will do one-on-ones. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nancy. You're correct. You know, you don't be bothered by the market. You just keep on working. You know, it's the perseverance and the persistence in the real estate that get you the success. So good advice. Thank you very much. Okay, I think that's all the affiliates other than Maria. And as I said, Maria is our Spotlight affiliate today, and she can talk about the home protection and warranty. So Maria, that's yeah, go ahead.
Good morning, co-banker George. It's so great to be here. Thank you for including me in this spotlight. And the joke about spotlights is that I'm really an introvert. You're going to laugh and go, really? You are? And yes, I am. So I don't like spotlights. I don't really like attention. So I do kind of shy away from it. But I guess I would need to change my job if I don't want to be a spotlight person, right? So, anyways, well, like Sandy said, right now, home warranty, we have a lot of seasons for the peak of air conditioning, heaters. And if you're not aware, we have a preseason tune-up on our plan. And what that allows you to do is call Old Republic and have a technician go to the property. Of course, you still have to pay the trade call fee. People don't have a vetted plumber or a vetted HVAC guy that they can trust to come to their home and do an inspection just for maintenance. So, if you're not utilizing that part of the home warranty and advising your clients at close of escrow, that's kind of a waste of money because they have that available to them. They can call in between the peak seasons. February through April is our preseason for the HVAC system. And right now from September to November, you can call in for the heating system. So remind your clients during closing, when they're closing, always make sure when you're handing them a closing package, you hand them a copy of the brochure, either PDF if they're tech savvy, or a hard copy. Go over the plan, let them know what the process is when they have to place a service call. It's one of the things that gets a hiccup is that they start calling reps, and the company likes to hear from the homeowner because there'll be questions that I will not be able to answer as to what the problem is occurring in their home. And so the best person to answer that, of course, is the person that lives there, whether that is a tenant or the actual homeowner. When you do that, you remind them that there is a trade call fee that is due at $100. They also can place service call on our platinum, on our, not platinum, on our platform. It's called the Home Central. Homeowners can sign up for their own toolbox account, which then allows them to place service call without being on hold on the 800 number. As agents, when you have a toolbox account, you can also place service calls in behalf for your clients utilizing that tool. And it also will give you updates. So it's a great tool to have. And that's why we call it the toolbox account, because there's many things that are there. The plans are there. I have agents that are actually selling properties in other states. And they'll ask me, do you do home warranty there? I go, well, I can help place an order for you, and I can send you the brochure on our landing page. So our landing page will allow you to download brochures and get the latest one. And one of the things that's been happening lately in home warranty that I have found, now I'm not sure if this is a trend or is it because of the market we're in, but I'm finding that agents are placing offers for $500. That isn't sufficient to give you even the basic plan with air conditioning, and people are coming up short. The other thing that I've been seeing on home warranty is that when they place an application, many people don't look to see that they need full and spa coverage, which is an added option. We have 3 bundle packages, and then to the right of our brochure, there's optional coverages, and that optional coverage is for pool and spa, and it's also for septic, water tanks, additional refrigerations. You need to really look at our plan and see what coverages are available to your clients. The other thing I always tell everybody, you know, when a seller gives you a certain dollar amount, don't cut them short. Let them know that if they add more coverage, they can get a better plan. They can upgrade the plan within 60 days from close of escrow, make any changes, and making sure. Again, the problem with home warranty and is the denial part, but because denials come from not lack of knowledge and not understanding how plans really do cover. And don't tell your client, don't worry about it, it'll be covered. That's an absolute no-no. And when you guys call in, you say, well, it worked at the date of inspection. Well, for those of you who aren't aware of this, home inspection is only good up until the day of inspection. It's not good for 3 days later. It's not something we utilize in claims. Now, if it worked during the inspection and you're trying to use it as proof that it was, I will take that in and send it into our team for review. It's not like we won't use it, but again, be mindful that the home inspection is only good until we are coming up with a new plan. We are very excited. Our new plan gets launched the end of October. It'll be out for distribution in November. Please make sure that you reach out to me and get the latest plan. We're not having a price change. I'm so excited, but we've added a lot of other features to our plan, which are super exciting. And we're very happy that Old Republic listened to the reps and took into consideration what we wanted changed on the plan. Now, we also have the coverage for single family residents. That is utilized if you can get the main one, and then you could add an ADU or casita. We do multiple up to 4 units, detached or attached. We also have the condo, townhouses, and mobile homes. These plans, coverages have to 5,000 square feet on a home. So anything over 5,000 square feet, you must call in for a quote. If you're not sure how to order a plan, because it's an unusual situation, like you might have a duplex with a unit on top of the garage, those are unique circumstances. Must always call in for a quote. Don't come up short. What's the other thing that comes up in home warranty a lot? I think the thing that comes up a lot is pre-existing conditions. People don't understand what that means, or code violation. They may order a plan and then later on find out that the electrical part wasn't covered. Well, electrical boxes give out a certain wattage and, you know, certain sizes of home. If you have a box that's older and it's only putting amps of 150, but you need 220, that's a code violation. That is not even sufficient to service that home. Same things with the tons on an HVAC unit. You know, if you call in and the square footage of a home requires like a 3-ton unit and the home has a 2-ton unit, well, guess what? That HVAC unit is running extra hard and it's going to go out, and it's going to go out not to normal wear and tear. So again, maintenance, filter changing, making sure at home inspection, please encourage your homeowner to get sewer and camera scoping, because the #1 claim with home warranty is the plumbing. People always think it's the air conditioning, but in fact, it actually isn't. So those are the things that come up that cause delays and problems. And I always make myself available to call and speak to your clients when they're placing a home warranty at the beginning, if they have questions, if they want to know the difference in the plans, why they should get this one and not the other one. The other thing is the follow through that I provide for your clients when there is a claim. We will speak to you, and our assistants inside my team will call the homeowner explaining the process. again, we're here to help you and navigate through those things that are really, they could become a big hiccup. We don't want you to spend time on claims. We want you to go out there and lead gen like we all have to do. And, you know, just to piggyback about what everybody said here on the call about things, you know, our business is the type of business that we have activities that are non-negotiable. And non-negotiable means that there isn't a reason or excuse to not go out there and get and utilize the tools that are available here from your affiliates. Everybody has something to help you lead gen, to follow and to implement things to keep you in front and on top of mind with your clients. You know, us reps, believe it or not, we do the same thing you do. We're out there keeping in touch with our clients. We had to do excellent follow through. We're lead genning, we're being in front, making those phone calls, letting people know that we are here, we have not disappeared. So again, this is what we have, and I'm sure everybody on the call can attest to this. You have a great team. Peter doesn't have us here because he doesn't believe that we would help you out. So we're grateful to be here. I know I am. Kind of on the tired end, did my half marathon this weekend. I did a great job. Better than I anticipated, but I changed my game. I started to add weightlifting to my exercise regimen. And let me get my, how do you say, exercise made a big difference for me. So remember, look at your business. Look at what's generating you money. Do money activities. Look at what you're doing. If you can't track your numbers or how you're making the trajectory go up, then you need to go back to the table and tear your plan apart and find out what you can do better. And that's what I believe in. So again, thank you so much for having me here. You guys have an amazing day. I will put my personal information on the chat with my cell phone and my email and how to get in contact with me. We have, again, lots of marketing tools, door hangers. If you're door knocking, let me know. I will send a supply to the office, or I will send it to your home office, whatever you need. Thank you again. You guys have a fabulous day.
Thank you so much, Maria. It's very valuable information, and you have been a very much help for us, and you're very amicable. And hey, you know, agents, you have any problems with home protection or home warranty? Maria is the person to call. All right, thank you, Maria, and you have a nice day.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, good. All right, now, are there any more affiliates that came in late that they want to pitch their business? Okay, I guess not. All right, now, this week we have a little bit change of a schedule. We normally, I mean, we schedule lunch and learn on Wednesday, but this Wednesday is supposed to be with the PAB Angel Wing to talk about the different kind of loan, SBA loans and construction loans and commercial loans. But he certainly changed, canceled the seminar, so there won't be any lunch and learn this Wednesday. But we do have the training on Friday. The last 2 Friday we talk about the disclosure, and it's very informational. Michelle did a terrific job, and this week we'll finish the third part of that disclosure, and it should be very interesting as well. So I hope that everybody can attend. And if you have any question regarding that, you can always call Michelle or me. Okay. Now, next Monday is going to be Columbus Day, though. So we have decided that maybe, you know, the agents and the affiliates will want to take a day off. So we will not have the business meeting next Monday, but we'll resume it the following week. Okay, so next Monday, don't come in for our meeting. But anyway, the office will be still open, and all the staff will be working too. And I'll be working here. So if you have any question or need some help, we are here to help you. Okay, and also we are planning a Halloween party. Believe it or not, it's on the 31st of October, which is I think Thursday, right, Michelle?
Yes.
Yeah, and it should be fun. You can dress up and come in with your costumes, and we have food and drinks and a little bit here, munchy foods, and everybody will be in a more relaxed mood on that day. And so come in, come in. The affiliates are invited too, right, Michelle?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so please join us, and we'll have fun together. Okay. All right. With that, I would like to ask Doc Myers to come in and tell us what's happening in the Arcadia office. Doc?
Good morning from Arcadia, everybody. How you doing? You mentioned Michelle's disclosure classes. If you guys haven't been to it, man, she is an excellent teacher, and she goes through them so well and gives you time for asking questions. So please go to her class. Unfortunately, Michelle, I won't be here this Friday. I'll be in Kona. So,
Wow.
but
Wow.
I look forward to seeing your recording. So, okay, here in Arcadia, I'm going to mention the last 4 sales we had. Wendy Lee had a buyer in Alhambra, a condo for $735. Helen Lee had a listing in Chino Hills, $2675. It was a lease. And the next 2 sales is actually one. It's Steve on Adair in San Marino, not Adair, but Adair. Okay. $2,250,000, all cash, remove contingencies up front, a huge commission. Good job, Steve. Man, This is
Wonderful.
awesome. Really good job.
Congrats.
Okay, now on listings, I'm just going to say the last 5 days, we've had 6 listings, but 5 of them involve one agent. Okay, first of all, Helen Lee in Chino Hills, 5-bedroom, 5-bath, $1,958,000 asking price. Alma Aguilar, land in Fontana, $430,000. Tina and Alma together have 3 commercial leases, all at 115 East Huntington in Arcadia. A retail store for sale, $1,980,000. A retail store for lease, $6,000, and a business opportunity for $150,000. And lastly, just about 15 minutes ago, Alma came in with a listing in El Monte, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, $700,000. So things are booming here. You guys remember your business plan, okay? Very, very important. It's very important that you have at least three business plans. One of them is family. How do you want to bring your family closer, stay in touch with your family, things like that. Personal, you want to lose weight, you want to read more, you want to take a trip, you want to do something educational. Business is where I can help you, Peter can help you. Keep it simple. I call it the KISSS. Keep it simple, superstar. No, superstar.
Superstar.
Yeah,
We call it keep it simple and stupid.
no, but a one-page plan is enough. Okay, just basically, what you want to accomplish, some of the things you're going to do to accomplish it, and then a loose schedule. I'll be happy to sit down with anybody and share my plan, and maybe might encourage you to get your own plan. But remember, all these people like flying to Kona and Australia and every place else. These pilots, you don't think they don't have a plan? They all have a plan. Otherwise, they would never get there. But guess what? They're off course 95% of the time, which you're going to be too. You just bring yourself back on course. That's why you have a business plan. Consult it every morning. If you messed up yesterday, continue with today, okay? And for gosh sakes, sphere of influence, personal contacts, especially coming into the holidays, man, you can make a lot of good contacts and work on those listings, guys. So I want to wish everybody the best week. So Peter, no meeting next Monday or Thursday, but
Okay.
it's going to be a little warm this week, but it is cooling down. So go out there and prospect. Okay, get business. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Peter.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's you need to have a business plan to know where you're going. As a matter of fact, the core banker George is a lot kicking off the helping the agents how to do the business plan. So Michelle and I and Doug will be helping you personally, one-on-one if you need to. So don't be special, just call us and we'll work together, okay?
I'm here for anybody anytime.
Yeah, thank you, Doug. Appreciate
you.
that very much. Okay, now as for our Hamburg office, we are doing pretty well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 listing and 5 sales. So not too bad at all. The listing that we have is Jesus Alvarez for 639,000 for residents in Los Angeles. And Lily Yuan has a listing for 1.568 in San Dimas. Christian Fan has a commercial lease of 5,000 a month and getting 3% commission. Not bad at all. That's the lease is in Temple City. Herman Sosilo has a listing, a residential listing in Montebello for 1.07 million. And then Shimei-Cam has 3 listings in the City of Industry, one for $2,073 per month, one for $2,660 per month, and one for $5,468 per month. And those are long commercial leases. So those leases are pretty good. Sometimes it can be pretty lucrative, and it takes it takes a lot less effort to do than the commercial sales or residential sales. So if you are thinking of getting into commercial lease, is not bad at all. So a lot of agents are beginning to learn the process now. As a matter of fact, Michelle, then Shimei, and I have been training the agents on the LOI, how to do the LOI, how to do the commercial lease in step by step, and those are very valuable, practices to get yourself equipped in the commercial real estate world. So if you want some help or want to learn about it, contact Michelle or me, then we can also give you some tutoring in person, not face to face. Okay, and we have, as I said, we have 5 sales. And the first sales is Kathy Wong for 955,000 for residents in Alhambra. Nina, she double-ended a condo in Monterey Park for 972,000. She made Cam collaborate with Emilio for a lease of 34,200, and also another lease for 110,000. They are getting the 5% commission, so that's not bad at all. And then Shimei Cam has also a lease in escrow for 568,000. So those are not bad deals. So okay. So any questions? Any reduction in price or anything that you want to pitch before I go on to the sharing some tips for today? Or anything from the agents want to well, it's open forum right now though. So anyone wants to say anything, share anything, please speak up. No? Do you have anything, Michelle, to add?
Yes, on the business plans, as Peter said, Friday we'll be wrapping up disclosures, but we will schedule a Zoom on business planning. So we'll do that probably in 2 weeks, just to help you get kicked off on that. And Doug will be involved, and Peter and I. Okay.
Yeah, good. Well, good. Looking forward to that. Any questions from the agents?
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, Franco, yes.
When you're giving out the new listings, could you get a little more detail, like it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, instead of just we got a new listing in Monterey Park?
Oh,
You know, like me, you said a business opportunity with Alma. I know that this is with Doug, but
oh,
if it was a liquor store or something that I have clients for, it would, pique my interest, or say, let me call Alma and say, where's the store and how much and that
oh,
kind of stuff.
I
It
see,
just
I
it
see.
just it just helps, especially agents. You say we have a new listing in Monterey Park
Oh, yeah, that's a good
for
idea.
this much money. Well, what is it? You
Yeah, I
know,
see, I see.
just a little more detail.
Good suggestion. So the
Thank
list
you.
that I got from Lee or Anna, I don't have that information, but
Oh,
I will try to get more information from them so that I can tell you and the agents. Yeah, that's a
okay.
good suggestion, Franco.
Don't tell anybody I was a helpful agent.
Okay, good. So have you gotten anything from DLE regarding your license?
Yeah.
Okay,
I talked to a couple of people, and I just have to pay the fines and everything.
yeah. Maybe you can share it, if you don't mind, you can share it with the agent a little bit so that
Well,
when
it's kind of embarrassing.
we renew the
Um,
license and they don't get into the mistake, you know?
well, they won't admit that they made a mistake. They sent a notice to me, but they sent it to 120 North San Gabriel Boulevard, which
Mhm.
was Coldwell Banker Real Estate Mart, which I worked at 30 years ago. And I've been with Coldwell Banker George Realty for 30 something years already.
Yeah,
And the lady goes, well, why didn't you send a change of address? And I said, ma'am, I have renewed my license 7 times.
already,
6
yeah.
times 7 is 28. And when you send in your renewal, you have to put down what brokerage you're at, including the address and the DRE number for the company and my DRE number. And
Mhm.
she says, well, I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do because your license already expired. And I said, if you had sent me that notice to the right place, I would have renewed it right away. And she said, well, there's nothing we can do. And she would not allow me to talk to a supervisor. So
Yeah.
kiddingly, I said to her, let me talk to Gavin Newsom. and and she kind of got testy with me. So I just said, okay, thank you for all your help. And
Yeah,
I have the money that I just have to pay, but I have to get all the paperwork in order.
yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Franco, but that teaches us a lessons that we have to be very
Vigilant.
very cognizant of the schedule, you know, because when you send in something, you sometimes you have to follow up and whether they have received it or not, and if they don't have received it, you have to follow up on it. So maybe that's a good lesson for all the agents, and when they're renewing their license, they have to be very diligent
Yeah,
about it. And so thank you for sharing, Franco.
you're welcome.
Okay. All right. Any other the comments from the agents that is useful for us?
Yeah, this is Steve. I have one question regarding the renewal of the license.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember right, if you are a licensee for over 30 years, I think
Yes,
so, you
and
don't
it
have
has
to
to be
renew.
uninterrupted.
Yeah,
Okay, Steve, I'm going to
yeah,
answer that question for you.
yeah.
That is just for your local board. That is not for the DRE. You
Mm-hmm.
still have to renew your license every 4 years,
Yeah.
because that was the same mistake I made. I'm thinking I already submitted my 30 years of active duty and 73 years of age and over. And they said, okay, you no longer have to do your 45 hours of credit lessons, and your board fees are no longer. But the Department of Real Estate, which is California, you still have to renew your license and pay the fees. That's where I made the same mistake. I thought, oh, I don't have to pay anything ever again. And like I said, if they had sent me, no, you still have to renew your license, because I sent my paperwork in March and my license expired in July. And I didn't know. And I thought, here I'm swimming along, happily. And then Michelle told me your license expired. And I said, no, it didn't. I sent my paperwork in. And when I called the DRE, they said, you still have to renew your license every 4 years and pay the fees.
And pay the fees. Yeah, exactly right. That's what I have to do that. James Chow has to do that. And some agent that even qualify for the waiver of the continuing education, they still have to renew the license and pay the dues.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's important things to learn. Yes. Okay. Anything else? Okay, if nothing else, I would like to share something with you today, and it is how to deal with the unrepresented buyer. Okay, let's see. All right. Now, even though we have spent a lot of time in seminars and lecturing on those how to deal with those unrepresented buyers, there's still a lot of questions from the agents, because sometimes it gets very confusing, and even for the agents that are very experienced, they say, oh, come on, why do we have to especially deal with unrepresented buyers this way? Well, I'm sorry, this is that is the spirit of the law, and that is the spirit of the settlement agreement with the NAR, and that is the new things that we have to contend with. So nothing I can do, and nothing Michelle can do, or any manager here can do, but just to urge you that you have to abide by what is preached by the NAR. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time today and try to review that a little bit more, so that you guys can have a more clear picture of what's going on with the unrepresented buyers. So what is the unrepresented buyer? Basically, it's the buyers that didn't have any agreement with any brokers. Either from this brokerage or other brokerage. Now, in order to be a represented buyer, you have to at least sign one agreement with the buyer's broker. There are two forms. One is the BRVC, and the other is PSRA. Now, PSRA is more simple, but it's not as comprehensive as the BRVC. BRVC is still the preferred agreement, because it has more meat and more material, and then the scope is also longer. But nevertheless, if you want to go to an open house or give present an offer, you need to have at least one of the documents signed, either the BRVC or PSRA. And then if you don't have any of those documents signed, then you are what we call the unrepresented buyer. Doesn't mean that you cannot present offer, but that there will be a lot of restrictions, and the people will not be cooperating with you if you are not represented. Now, and then you ask me, okay, so if I'm unrepresented, can I go to an open house and then can the listing agent refuse to let me in, or refuse to let me present an offer? Well, the answer is generally no. You can still go to the open house. without those the agreements signed. But the thing is that when you do that, then the listing agent will naturally say that, hey, you don't nobody's representing you, and if you don't want me to represent you, then you are unrepresented buyer. And so what I can offer you, the service is very limited. You can go around, you go around and walk around and see the premises, but I'm not going to be answering a lot of questions and present you with all the information about the property. So it would be a kind of limited services, and then if you want to present an offer to the seller, you have to go through the listing agent, and the listing agent can either present it to the seller or not. It's up to him. But of course, it will be his advantage or his fiduciary to present all the offers to the seller. But then it will be it will be in a limited fashion. So, and then for all the helps that you get from the listing agent may not be the fully in a fiduciary manner, because they don't have the agreement with you, and so they don't owe you any fiduciary duties. So, but anyway, so certainly you can go to an open house, you can give an offer. Generally, the listing agent will not refuse, because the listing agent has a fiduciary duty to the seller, that they will get work as the best interest of the seller and make the best exposure of the property to all the prospective buyers. So, but their services would be limited. Yeah. And how about if you want the listing agent to help you, can the listing agent receive extra compensation if he decided to help you? The answer is yes. The paragraph 2C2 of the car residential listing agreement, it does have the provisions that if there's an unrepresented buyer, and if the listing broker decided to help in a limited fashion, they can ask the seller to pay additional fees for that. So, but you have to check the box, and and then if the seller agree, it will be on additional compensation that's mutually agreeable between the seller and the listing broker. But nevertheless, the original listing, the agreement, the compensation that the seller agreed to pay for the listing broker still remains, and those are still being obligated to be paid by the seller to the listing agent. Now, so then you say, well, then what if I, and that at the time of the listing, I just asked the seller, or in the perspective of the listing broker, why don't I just ask the seller to permission to get additional compensation if the buyer is unrepresented? Yeah, I think it's a good idea. That's called planning ahead. Because you don't know what's going to happen, that you may come across some unrepresented buyers, and instead of after you deal with the unrepresented buyer, then you ask the seller. Instead of doing that, you do it way ahead of time, and you do it at the listing time, listing agreement time, and when everything hasn't happened yet, and so that when it happens, you don't have to come back to the seller and ask for the additional compensation. Yeah, you can do that. I think that's a good idea. And how about can the seller refuse to receive an offer from the unrepresented buyers? Yeah, the seller can do anything he wants. When he receive any offers from anybody, he has an option to do whatever he wants. And he can of course refuse to receive offers from unrepresented buyers if he chooses to. But there's no incentive for him to do that because the goal is to sell the property. If there's some offer, whether it's come from an unrepresented buyer or from the represented buyer, hey, that doesn't make any difference. So the seller should receive the offer under its own merits. In other words, if the offer is good, then you deal with it. If the offer is no good, then you forget it. You don't have to deal with it either. So it's all up to the seller. But there's little incentive for the seller to refuse to receive an offer from the unrepresented buyer. Now, so if the listing agent get additional fee to help the unrepresented buyer, does it make the listing broker a deal agent? The answer is no. If you don't have any formal agreement with the buyer and stipulate the commissions, there's no agreement between you and the buyer. So there's no agency relationship between the listing broker and the buyer, and it's not a deal agent because there's simply no agreement between the two parties. So even though you get extra money from the seller, does not make you a deal agent. So remember that the only time that you can be a deal agent is when you sign a formal agreement with the buyer himself. Okay. So without that, the dual agency relationship does not exist. Now, how about can the listing broker provide a purchase form to the unrepresented buyer? The answer is yes. The car form specifically says that if you are the listing agent and you're using the forms will be honored even though if it's used by the unrepresented the buyer. Okay, so that is okay. You can use the form to do that. But the thing is that when you use the form, you have to be careful. You have to make sure that that the buyer understands that he's not represented by you, because they don't have a formal contract with you in terms of the representation agreement. So so in other words, you have to tell the buyer that you're not representing him. So the best way is to give him a form which we call the buyer non-agency agreement, which is the car form BNA. Okay, so when you are helping if you are a listing agent and you are helping the unrepresented buyer, and when you give him the form, also give him the non-agency agreement. Make sure that they understand that you're not representing him as an agent. Okay, because when you represent that agent, you have a lot of more responsibility. You have a lot of fiduciary duties that you have to fulfill. So by giving him the BNA form, then you're saying that, hey, this is the service that I gave you as a limited, and it has nothing to do with the representation of you. So this is very important. Now, what about how should the seller respond to an offer written by an unrepresented buyer? So in other words, if the buyer doesn't want to be represented by anybody, he presented his own offer, or maybe in the forms that you give him, even though it's the formal RPA, how should the seller respond to the offer? well, you know, the seller, you know, by all means, should receive it in his own merits, and look at the offer and see if the offer satisfy his requirements. Now, of course, he has many options. He can either not respond at all, or reject the buyer's offer, or accept the buyer's offer, or issue a counter offer to the buyer's offer. So now, if his response is the fourth one, which is the issue to counter to the buyer's offer, then he can change all the terms and conditions that the buyer offer originally. So in other words, you can use the seller's own form to counter offer the ones that was presented by the buyer, if he doesn't like the offer that was presented by the buyer. Since he's unrepresented, maybe he doesn't know all the rules and all the disclosures. So by countering him, then you kind of straighten the path, or straighten the transaction. So that's the way to do it. So if you don't like the buyer's offer at all, actually you don't. It's not that you don't like the buyer's offer. If you don't like the offer's format, you can do your own format by doing the counter offer. So that's the best way to do it, because that way you're not filling the form for him, and then the buyers cannot come back and claim that you represent them. Okay, because you know, you're not helping him to do the substantive the terms and conditions. Okay, now if you have the listing agent and you have another agent in the same brokerage, and get involved with the unrepresented buyer, and the scenario is that either you have additional agreement with the buyer, and then you become the dual agents. But if you're not the dual agents, and if you are just helping the unrepresented buyers to do the form and do the offers, then it depends on how extensive your help is with the buyer. If the help is very substantial, in other words, you fill out all the forms, you advise them this and that in a very detailed manner, then there's enough facts to claim that, hey, no, you actually represent the unrepresented buyer, and that can be a lot of dispute later. Okay, so now if you don't do that and represent it in a substantial manner, you just give him the offer forms and advise him to do his own filling out his own forms, then there's no dual representation. But nevertheless, in either situation, if you don't have a formal agreement for the commission, or formal agreement to represent the buyer, and if you don't have the signature of the buyer, and there's no then you cannot claim the commission. You know, even though if the deal is consummated. In other words, you have to in order to get the commission, you have somehow get the buyers to sign the agreements, either the BRVC or PSRA. Okay. And if you forget to have that signed, good luck. You know, after the close of escrow, the seller can refuse not to pay you. Okay, so that is the danger of it. So be very, very careful. Okay, all right. I think that's all, and I hope that I give you a little bit of help on understanding how to deal with the unrepresented buyer. if there's any questions, you can either ask me or Michelle. Michelle and I has been covering this kind of situation many times before. So any questions so far? Awfully quiet today, huh? Everybody understands it now? Okay. All right. If no questions, I would like to wish you a good weekend. And remember, next week we'll take a week off from the business meeting. Okay, so it won't be any meeting next Monday. So with that, see you, everybody.
Thank you, Peter.
Yes.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
All
Thank you.
right.
The 29th.
What? I'm sorry. Did somebody say anything? Something? Shirley? Okay. All right. Anyway.
Peter, can I ask you something?
Yeah, Herman, go ahead.
For the property showing in the PSRA,
Yes.
that one does not have the column like the PRPC where it has the choice option for the buyer to check when they don't have the fund, right?
Yeah.
On the PRPC, there is a what is this?
That's why
yeah.
I think it's better to have the BRBC is the more comprehensive one. So by all means, have them assign the BRBC. The PSRA is purely for like showing the property,
But
not for
if
offering the
even
property.
if we show the property on the open house using the PSRA and the buyer does want the information but they don't want to put the compensation, so can we fill out 0% over there for the commission? And then later on, if they're interested and they want to make an offer, we have them sign
No.
another PRPC with commission?
No, don't put any any amount or 0% on the PSRA. Just show them the property, and then later on, if they want to offer the property, have them sign the PRBC.
So no need to use the PSRA at all then. Just wait until they make an offer and keep the PRPC.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right then. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Okay, if not, then see you everybody next
Bye, everybody.
in 2 weeks. All right. Bye-bye.